Hey guys, it's your boy EnderYT over on the Lexington server. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sovetskaya Belorussiya's gears from the recent Russian event. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Kicking things off with some Sovetskaya Belorussiya gear basics, she is a super rare battleship from the Northern Parliament. For her stats, she has above average health and the 7th highest firepower stat out of all battleships. For her skills, being Curtain of Rime, she grants herself a 75% chance to fire a special barrage that rains down icicles that inflict slow. On top of that, if this barrage fails to activate, she then increases her own anti-air by 50% until she fires her main guns again. For her blue skill, being Ingenious Tactician, when her health is above 60%, she gains a solid 20% firepower increase and decreases the duration of burns on herself by 3 seconds. In addition, twice per battle, when her health falls below 50%, she restores 9% of her max HP over the next 8 seconds. On top of all this, from the 3rd battle and onward, she will reduce the damage that your Vanguard fleet takes by 8%. Overall, Sovetskaya Belorussiya is a fantastic battleship with really good stats, a super nice slowing barrage, a self-heal, a 20% firepower increase, and an 8% decrease in damage taken by your Vanguard. Getting into Sovetskaya Belorussiya's general gear loadout, first of all let's take a look at her main gun. Since Sovetskaya Belorussiya has a barrage that is based off of whenever she fires a salvo, you'd want a faster firing main gun on her. An example of this would be the prototype twin for a 6mm with a pretty fast fire rate and pretty solid damage. In addition, the PR3 305mm is an equally strong option with an even faster fire rate and better damage if all 3 shots land. You can also use the twin 381mm with an even faster fire rate, however you will be missing out on a bit of damage from the salvo. If you don't have these options, the budget option is going to be the purple twin for 10mm. It has less stats, but it is much easier to obtain. You can get this from 6.3, 7.3, 12.4, and purple and gold Sakura Empire tech boxes. For auxiliary guns, you'd want to prioritize using a light cruiser gun as they are much better at one-shotting suicide boats with that ridiculously high efficiency that battleships have for the slot, as well as because these light cruiser guns give more firepower to your battleship. Of course, the higher rarity guns will give more firepower, so my best recommendation would be the AP prototype 152mm. It shoots AP ammo, has a fast reload, high damage, and great accuracy. The one drawback to this gun, which can be applied to every other gold gun too, is that it is very limited as you can only get it through research and gear lab, and also it is much better used on a light cruiser as their main gun instead of an aux gun of a battleship. Some other good alternatives include the high explosive options such as the gold triple 152mm right here. It gives 30 firepower and 15 anti-air instead of 45 firepower, but it is still overall very good. The triple 155mm is also a very good option. It also gives 45 firepower. And if you want to keep your theme consistent, you can use the Russian triple 152mm instead. For those that do not have gold guns, the much more player-friendly auxiliary guns of choice are going to be the twin 152mm right here. It only gives 25 firepower, but that's because it's purple. And of course the twin 150mm right here. You can obtain this from the Iron Blood purple and gold boxes, stage 4-2 and 9-3. For the anti-air gun slot, battleships would ideally want more accuracy, so her most ideal pick would then be the twin 40mm Bofors Stag, as it gives a very valuable 10 extra accuracy stat. The next best would then be the twin Bofors Hazemire right here, which only gives 5 accuracy, but that's better than nothing. If you don't have any of these, you can really just go with any of their gold guns, such as the gold Roomba right here. And if you have none of these guns, the best purple options are going to be the purple Roomba right here, as well as the purple 127mm mounted gun right here. Finally, for auxiliary gears, for Sovetskaya Belorussiya, any aux gears that grant any extra firepower or accuracy would be excellent for her. Some good picks would be of course the classic Cordetta shell duo, being the black shell right here and the white shell. The white shell gives a nice 55 extra firepower and 15 extra accuracy, as well as increasing main gun critical damage by 25%. The black shell, on the other hand, is also an option. It gives 70 extra firepower and increases the main gun crit rate by 8%. Some other good options include the high standard fire control radar right here. It gives some nice firepower and a large amount of accuracy, as well as decreasing the loading time of the first main gun volley by 15%. Some other options include Nelson's Pennant of Victory right here. You can get this from the Memento tab, and it's also pretty good. Once again, it provides some firepower and accuracy, as well as making the ship that has it on take 24% of the damage taken by the frontmost vanguard for the first 6 seconds of battle. For some easier to get options, you can use both rarities of the SG radar, the gold one and the purple one down here. You can also use the purple fire control radar, as well as the purple white shell, which is just a worse version of the gold white shell. With the battle showcase, we'll just be doing a quick run of the 12-4 map right here with this team composition right here, so we'll see you there. So getting into the first battle, some things to keep in mind is that right now Sovetskaya Belorussiya has a 20% firepower boost, and she is above her 60% HP mark. And it looks like her salvo is going to be shooting real soon. Here we go, let's see if it procs. We should be seeing some icicles falling out the sky. Maybe? Maybe not. Well, anyway, if it did not proc, then you get that really nice 50% anti-air boost, which didn't really seem to go and stop those planes at all, but maybe it did. And anyway, that's the first battle. There we go. So this is the second battle now. She'll still be having that nice 20% firepower boost, as she is still above her 60% HP mark. And let's see if her barrage procs this time. Pretty hard to tell. Probably not. Well, I guess I'm just unlucky. Because does say 75%. 75% is pretty high. I guess not high enough. Gotta get those guaranteed barrages instead. Maybe it did. Maybe it's just really hard to see. Anyway, that's battle number 2. And once again, that's MVP. So this is now the third battle, and if you remember from her skill, from her third battle onwards, the Vanguard will now take 8% less damage, so this is really, really nice. It's not like my Vanguard's anywhere near dying, but it's always nice to have that little buff right there. So here's Sovetskaya's barrage. Okay, that time it did proc. They're a little hard to see, but it did proc right there. Alright, we'll just continue shooting Takao over here with the planes. Well, not really. Akashi's probably doing most of the anti-air work. But here's another barrage. And the battle is done. Moving on to the boss fleet now. For the boss fleet, for some reason, it's actually cheaper than my mob fleet. We've got Shinano in the back as flagship, we have Saratoga retrofit, and we have Ryuho for keeping Noshiro over here alive. Noshiro is just one tanky beast, so she can just deal with all of 12-4 by herself, as long as you have a healer. So here we go, without further ado, here's the bosses. Got Chokai and Maya. Maya will of course be doing her signature figure 8 around Chokai. And let's hope that the carriers shoot their airstrikes at an ideal time. Alright, here we go. It's big damage. And most of them missed. Doing another lap around. Looks like Maya is very close to sinking. Got 7 more bars left. Noshiro literally has not taken like any damage. And this will be big right here. Pretty nice. Okay, Chokai is at 50 HP now. Looks like 1 or 2 more airstrikes should do it. I mean, honestly, you obviously should not just be using Noshiro as your sole vanguard, but I don't know. I was just trying to test something out. Let's see. Never mind, Shinano does way too much damage, and that is an end to that battle. And I got London. Very cool. With that battle showcase finished, that will conclude my gear guide for Sovetskaya Belorussiya. As always, if you found this information helpful, consider dropping a like and subscribing. If you have any other people that you want me to do a gear guide for, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to press that notification bell for my future uploads as well. And if you're interested, you can always join my Discord server if you need any advice or want a place to relax. That'll be all for this video, so I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!